All right, hi team. So welcome to lesson 2 of 1.2 color schemes. So this week on this first page, you're going to have that lesson preview, and this is going to be the video that I'm creating right now, which will be embedded on the screen for you to watch and go through as I navigate. So we'll go down to slide 2. And for this week, our standard will be if we're explaining and providing examples of the relationship of colors using color schemes. This week's learning target is I can explain and provide examples of the relationship of color using color schemes. So we will be successful when we can provide, demonstrate, and apply our examples of the relationship of color using our color schemes. So this week, the career spotlight is a floral designer. So you will select floral designer, which will then populate onto another web page for you. And you are going to now read what is a floral designer. So what is a floral designer, the typical work environment, floral design or education and training requirements, all of that. So you're going to read that article. And I want you, as you are reading that article, I want you to think and keep in mind, what does a floral designer do? Where do they work? What is the education requirement and salary? So if you do not know what the word salary means, that is a key word. Salary means their income, how much money they make for that year. So these are the 3 things I want you to be thinking about as you are reading the article for what is a floral designer. And then from there, you are going to write down the answers. What does a floral designer do? Where do they work? What is the education requirement and salary? So from reading the article, you should be able to jot down that information. Moving on to slide 5, I want you to open the PowerPoint, which I have linked for you. And I'm going to go to my link. And what you are going to do, you're going to see all these color personalities, these slides. So we have pink, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, black, white. So as you are looking at these slides, they don't have anything on them. You're right. But what I want you to do when you go down to slide 6, what I want you to do is I want you to write out how each of these colors make you feel. So the color pink, for me, pink makes me think and feel what? What do they make me think and feel? So I think of girls, I think of dresses. Really, I think of Cinderella, no, not Cinderella, Princess Aurora from Sleeping Beauty, when her fairy godmothers are fighting over what color to have the dress, pink or blue, pink or blue. So that's what comes to my mind, and I want you to explain what each of these colors make you think and feel. So I'll delete that. So then I'm also going to have the link to the personality, link to color personality, and I have that up and available. So let me pull it over. And I will have these linked for you in our assignments. So pink, it's delicacy, subtle, femininity, reduction of anger. Red, it is a stimulating color. It excites. It's passionate. Orange, of value and economy. Yellow, sunlight, safety, happiness, brightness. These are what the colors make people think. So I want you to now start thinking about why those colors affect our feelings. So after, I should have stated that after you open up the PowerPoint and you see the colors, and then you look at the color personalities, I should have said, I want you to then explain how each of these colors make you think and feel. So with that, so we're going to move on. So we're going to review the color wheel slides below and watch a video and read about color theories from that website. So I already have it open and I'm going to drag it over. So from holding the button, the control, the CTRL button down on the bottom left-hand corner of your keyboard and selecting using your mouse, this web page is going to pop up. It's color theory. What I want you to do, I want you to click play and watch the video. And then I want you to read what is color theory. I want you to read color is the beholder's eyes. I want you to read this entire article on all of this. And so it's not much. You're going to look at color schemes, the color wheel, and just this article and watch that video. And then from there, we're going to go down to the element of color. We'll then do a color recap. The color wheel is a tool that artists use to help make them choose what color they want, because it allows them to see the relationship between colors. And then we're doing another color recap on primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. So remember, primary colors are your red, yellow, and blue. Your secondary colors are orange, purple, and green. So in order to make secondary colors, red and blue creates purple. Yellow and red creates orange. Blue and yellow and blue creates green. And then in order to get those tertiary colors, we're then mixing those primary and our secondary colors together to make those tertiary colors, to make those intermediate colors. So in order to get blue-violet, we have to do blue and purple together to get that violet. Moving on. What is a color scheme? A color scheme is a group of colors purposely put together. We've already learned about the two major color schemes being primary and secondary, but we're going to learn more. So on this wheel, you have these two arrows. You're going to now move the arrows and show where the colors belong. So we're going to talk about complementary colors. Complementary colors are a group of color pairs that sit across from each other on the color wheel. They are considered opposites, and they create a lot of contrast when they're placed next to each other. So red sits across from green, and when we see red and green together, we think of Christmas. Now I want you to pull one or both of these arrows, and so orange and blue, they're complementary. And then purple and yellow, they're complementary. So as you can see, those arrows are on all of the tertiary, primary, and secondary colors. Moving on. Now this is where we're going to do a drag and drop. And we have different colors here for our complementary colors. Lots of sports teams use complementary colors in their logos because of how bright complementary colors look when they're next to each other. So I want you to drag and drop the complementary colors paired next to each logo below. So you have orange and blue, so you would drag orange and blue and drag and drop. So there should be no colors left in the drag and drop box. Now we're going to talk a little bit about analogous colors. Analogous colors are what is next to each other on the color wheel. So they're different sets of colors, but they have to sit next to each other on the color wheel. So I have my color wheel right here, and we start up at the top is on my color wheel here. It is well, here, I'm going to switch it around because the color wheel should start with the color red. And with the color wheel being on red, analogously, it would go red, red, orange, orange. And or just like on this color wheel that's being on the screen for you, it goes red, red, violet, violet, blue, violet. And they're next to each other on that color wheel. So on an analogous colors, they're often grouped together in artwork because they flow well together. If you look at this picture that is provided, you see those purples, those blues and reds and the red violets. You see all of that, and it's really calming. So when there is art and they're using those analogous colors, it is to soothe your eyes, to make you relaxed. Now we're going to be doing the analogous drop and drag method. So here, what I want you to do is I want you to move the pieces to the squares that they belong. So I want you to create your own analogous color scheme. So I would say green. So green, yellow, green, blue, green, and yellow. So actually I'm doing this wrong. I'm going to show you. So it goes, here we go. This is how it should go. So for my example, it is yellow, yellow, green, green, then blue, green. So I want you to create your own set of analogous colors, demonstrating that you know what analogous means. Put that back. Now we're going to move on to slide 16. We're going to talk about monochromatic. So monochromatic means one color. So one scheme made up of tints and shades and variations of the same hue. So if you want to go back into the Greek and Latin root words, mono means one. So monochromatic color, mono, one color scheme. So as you can see on this page, there is a picture of a pear. The color is green, which is a secondary color, correct? Because blue and yellow make green. So what you're going to do for this, I want you to play around with colors and thinking about what colors make up. So when we talk about values, if you have the color green, just the solid color green, you are now going to add black to your mixture of green. All of a sudden you have just darkened your green, and you are providing shade. So in the color world, what is happening, you are providing a shade of green. When you say shade, it means dark, darkened green. So in the values in this, what is demonstrating, we have a bright yellow green, a subtle green, so the true green, and then we have maybe a darker green, in which a little bit of black has been added. So that shade, that value has darkened, and then we have the really dark, rich green, which is kind of bordering on that brown side. That is that the value of the color is changing. So when we go to slide 17, I want you to find your own image showing monochromatic color scheme and duplicate the values on this slide. So how you're going to do this, you can either go up to Insert, Picture, Online Device, and we can, oh gosh, I'll allow this to populate, and we can think about something. Let's think. We can do a banana, maybe an apple, some sort of vegetable, something that would be just that singular, a painting of, And then we're going to copy that, that image onto the template. And that's taking a while because technology, as you know, sometimes doesn't work the way we want it to. So I'm going to select Apple, and I'm actually going to I'm going to type in painting of apple, and let's just see. Look, here is a great picture. We have two great pictures. Oh, so much to choose from. I'm going to insert this one. I'm going to resize it. So now you see my image. What color scheme would you think this is? If you're thinking it's on the red color scheme for monochromatic, you're right. So I would say this is red, dark red, or no, I'm sorry, red, orange, 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 yellow. So, because those are the colors that I see. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up and I'm going to insert, and I'm going to hit shapes. This is going to take a little bit of work for you, what I want you to do. So insert a shape. Oh, look, I have it at orange. Perfect. I'm going to copy, and I'm going to hit Control V. I'm going to make this super simple on myself. Control V, because it's copying and pasting. So, and they're the same exact stuff. So now what I'm going to do, I'm highlighting my first color. I'm going to go up and I'm going to shape fill. I'm going to hit red. Now I'm going to hit shape fill again, and I'm going to go down to more fill colors. And this is where I get to kind of change the colors. As you can see, I'm going to hit that. So the value is changing. Now I'm going to hit shape fill. I'm going to do orange. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Wrong one. Wrong tile. Shape fill. I'm selecting orange, so it's orange. Now I'm going to shape fill again, and I am going to do more fill colors, and I'm going to take it over to that yellow, that yellowish. So as you can see, I've changed the values of my color. And what I did was, this is more analogous. So what I should be doing is making this even darker, or lighter tones in that red. But you get the sense of purpose of what I'm doing. I'm going from dark red, do light red, and so forth. Now that I've gone over this, now you have the word bank. Primary colors, secondary colors, warm colors, cool colors, all of that. Now what I want you to do is, let's test what you know. I want you to use the word bank on that right hand column, and I want you to type in the correct color scheme into each box. I'm going to give this one away to you because we know it, you know it. I'm going to press insert, text box, draw, and I'm going to type in primary because that is what it is. Primary colors. Then you have to go over, look at this color scheme. What color scheme is this? Is that neutral colors, complementary colors, analogous, cool, warm, monochromatic, and so forth? I want you to really figure out which one it is. So pay attention though, because we have more dots than we do boxes. So we have primary colors, secondary colors, warm colors, cool colors, analogous colors, complementary colors, neutral colors, and monochromatic. So we have 8 word bank items, but we only have 6 boxes. Now this is where it's going to get a little bit of fun. So this is an image of a monochromatic image, and I want you to find your own images. So I've given you the first one being monochromatic. Find a picture of an interior design and an explanation of relationship of colors to prove it is this color scheme. So monochromatic is the color scheme means one color. It uses tints and shades of that same color. This picture uses different tints and shades of blue. So now what you would do for analogous, I would want you to go search the internet, copy and paste an image of an interior design of a bedroom, a living room, a kitchen, a garage, a bedroom, a formal dining room, formal living room, any room in a house, and show that picture of analogous. And copy and paste that image, and then make sure you describe and explain what analogous means for this picture. And you're going to do the same thing here for double complementary, triadic, complementary, split complementary. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are going to be searching for 5 different images showing each of these different titles. And in closing, on this next slide, I want you to please identify and discuss how the relationships of color can make a different color scheme. So how can it affect how people feel? So think of specific examples. So then on this next and final slide, 23, I've given you that writing prompt, and I want you to explain in detail how to identify the relationships of color, and those color schemes make you feel, and how they affect other people and how they feel. So if you have any questions whatsoever, always feel free to contact me through email or join me during my office hours, which are daily, 11:45 to 12:45. I am here to help you. I am here to serve you. I hope you're having a great week and that you are doing the very best that you can. We are all struggling and we're all getting through this together. And I hope you're having a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.